Well, what's up, viewers? It's Hamilton Fan 1705 here, and welcome to another video. Now, this video is something different, basically to make up for the fact there was no F1 Online Exaggeration series last week. And in case anyone is thinking, well, why are you so lazy? Well, basically, I did actually try to do it on Friday afternoon. I did actually try to record for it, but I couldn't actually find any lobbies. All the lobbies were like 3-man lobbies max. And obviously that wouldn't be enough for an entertaining sprint mode series, so really sorry. Hopefully there'll be able to be one this week, seeing as I'm going to have the time. Seeing as Friday afternoon was kind of the only time I could do it that week, so I was quite busy on the Saturday and the Sunday, and I had my school prom on the Friday evening. So, extremely sorry there was no Online Exaggeration series video last week. There should be one this week. I just had more important things on my mind last week, and the only time I can do it, there was no lobbies available. So basically what I'm going to do to make up for it is basically I'm going to talk about the top 10 F1 races ever since I have started watching F1, and that was back in the mid-2005 season when I started watching F1. So, let's get to the point then. In 10th place, I have Turkey 2010. That was a good race. Great battle between the Red Bulls and the McLarens. When the Red Bulls collided, I remember we erupted in cheers. Me and my family erupted in cheers, obviously because it meant that Hamilton was leading. Then, obviously, there was the battle between the McLarens. I think there was also a miscommunication where Button was apparently told not to pass, but he did, but then let him go. But that was an exciting race, so that's why I put that one in 10th. In 9th place, I'd say Hungary 2006. What a race that was. Jenson Button getting his first Formula 1 win. I remember my dad was quite happy about that, because he supported Jenson Button back then. Obviously that was before Lewis Hamilton joined F1. But that was a great race. So much action in changeable conditions, and obviously that's why I put that one in 9th. 8th place, I put Britain 2013. I was there, sitting at Luffield A. What a race that was, despite the tyre dramas. Saw a battle for the lead, and it saw great drives from drivers like Hamilton and Webber. Obviously Webber almost won, and Hamilton obviously had the tyre failure and fought his way back up to 4th. So that's why I put Britain 2013 in 8th, because I actually think that Britain 2013 was actually the only properly good race of last year, because all the rest of the races, there were some other good races last year, but not like any great races apart from Britain 2013. I'd say that Britain 2013 was the most exciting race of last year by an absolute mile. 7th, I'd say Valencia 2012. Yeah, similar to Britain 2013, I'd say. What a race. I'd say those two races there's not really much between them, but I think that Valencia 2012 was a little bit better than Silverstone last year in terms of action, because there was a lot more overtaking, and obviously there was the safety car, and obviously Vettel retiring from the lead, and then Alonso winning from 11th on the grid. But that's why I put Valencia 2012 7th. In fact, before this new era, Vettel seemed to have one stroke of bad. Going off this for a second, Vettel seemed to have one stroke of bad luck each year. In 2011, it was in Abu Dhabi. In 2012, it was in Valencia. And in 2013, it was at Silverstone. Anyway, back to the point. In 6th, I'd say Silverstone 2008. What a race, and what a drive from Hamilton. That first lap could only be done by a true champion. 4th to 2nd before the first corner. What a race. In 5th, I'd say Canada 2014. Quite an exciting race. All the action. Ricciardo getting his first win. all the action. Obviously, it was a very disappointing race. Obviously, Hamilton had to retire. I think Hamilton was really unlucky that it had to happen to him first. Because if it happened to Rosberg first, then they would have known how to sort it out on Hamilton. So they would have done what they did on Hamilton to what they actually did on Rosberg. And Hamilton would have finished and Rosberg would have retired. I think it was really unlucky that it happened to Hamilton first. You never know, it could cost him the title. And obviously, Perez almost won, but brake problems and DRS issues put him in a position where he and Massa collided. At first I thought it was Massa's fault, but now looking back on it, I think it was kind of 50-50. I think Perez kind of moved across, Massa kind of turned into him, so I think it was a bit of both. I think it was kind of 50-50, so I think it was half that Perez got the penalty still. I don't think any of them should have got the penalty. I think it was just a racing incident, just unfortunately, just met in the middle. Fourth, I'd say Brazil 2012. Now on F1 Fanatic, that's rated the most exciting race of all time. But the 3 races ahead, I think, were better than Brazil 2012. Obviously, Brazil 2012 had action all the way through, but didn't quite have like a proper battle for the lead or for the championship like the top 3 had. Obviously, that it didn't have both, all 3 of them, but Brazil 2012 had lots of action. If you want to watch an action-packed race, then Brazil 2012, I'd say, clicks it for me. Third, I'd say Bahrain 2014. What a race. Action all the way through. A slight bit better than Brazil 2012, I'd say. All the battling for the lead, between the 2 Mercedes and all the battling down the field, on almost a perfect result for me. Hamilton winning and a Force India on the podium. That's why I put Bahrain 2014 instead. Obviously, I'm not judging it based on the result. I'm judging it based on how exciting the races are. Second, I'd say Canada 2011. Obviously, for many, that will probably be first. But what a drive from Jensen. Just like 25 laps from the end, it all looked like it was all done, that he was not even going to get any points from that race. But he somehow won the race, following an overtake on Sebastian Vettel after he made a mistake on the last lap. And in first place, it's an obvious one for me. Brazil 2008. Can't get any more exciting than that. The title being decided on the final corner of the final lap of the final race of the season. And it was my favourite driver winning it. You can't get a more exciting title battle than that. And obviously it was Lewis Hamilton that won it that day. I actually had a friend at my house at the time and who didn't really watch F1 that much, I remember. And then me and my brother was like, no, he's lost it, when Massa had passed Vettel, or I don't know what I was talking about there, when Vettel had passed Hamilton. Me and my brother was like, no, he's lost it. And my friend was like, he could still win it. And my friend was right, because obviously Glock had those tyre issues. And then Hamilton took 5th place, which was enough to take the title. Obviously Massa did dominate that race, so if it wasn't like a title decider, it wouldn't be like in the top 10. But obviously, title decider is a lot more important than wins. Obviously, the championship is way more important than a win. And that's why I put Brazil 2008 on top. Now, during the rest of the season, there might be some other races that break in the top 10 in 2014, considering the season we have. That's actually quite likely, considering the season we're having. We might have other races break into the top 10. Because this was recorded after Austria 2014. Obviously, there is still like 11 races left this year. I might do another take on this after the season's finished to see if I might actually do this after every season. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as I said, hopefully there will be an F1 Online Exaggeration series, but that depends on 2 things. 1, whether I have the time to do it, and 2, whether there are any decent enough lobbies to record it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, it really means a lot. and I'll see you, hopefully, in my next video for F1 Line Exaggeration.